Keep your video on, please. पीयूष कुमार, पूजा भगत, आलोक कुमार, राधना सिंह, सनी कुमार, समन कुमार, सुमन कुमार, दीपक कुमार, संदीप, राहुल राज। ऑन करिए वीडियो अपना।
आवाज ही नहीं आ रही।
राना निषाद, keep your video on. समरेश कुमार, संदीप सानू, राखी कुमारी, समरेश कुमार, नरेश यादव, मंजीत, नीरज, Radhana Singh. I have noted down all the names. Please, I am going to start. If you are not ready to accept my humble request, then I will start my class. And this is indiscipline. Whatever people you are not following my instruction, then okay, no problem.
Earphone देना निधि।
Okay, I will start my lecture. Basically, this is a practical course, and due to this COVID-19, we are not able to, you people are not able to attend regular practical classes. That's why we plan to demonstrate about some instrument. At least you should know the name of the instruments and the use of the instruments. Definitely, it is not possible to identify the instrument simply by this simply by saying on PPT, at least, but you should know, you should note down the name, and then you will search, automatically you will learn the use of the instrument. And then when you will come back, within 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, it is possible to recap all this, about all these. So basically, these are the some instrument which is used for general surgical pack, and this some orthopedic instrument is also here. So try to remember the names. Artery forceps. There are different type of artery forceps. You will see when you people will join the classes of practical classes, and you will see any surgical operations. Then you will see first of all artery forceps. I am not going to discuss about the numbers of these instruments which should be present in general surgical pack, in orthopedic surgical pack. But at least you should not remember the name of these things. Artery forceps. These are the artery forceps in which this margin, this is closed here, and when you will open, you will see corrugation here, and this is a different type of Kocher, Ostner forceps, Spencer Wells, Halstead forceps. These are the different type of forceps. When you will come, you will remember exactly the name, and you are able to identify these instruments. But basic purpose of these artery forceps are clamping of blood vessels. Whenever you will perform any type of surgery, bleeding will be there. Definitely, just to correct, just to stop that particular bleeding, you people used to means the use of this instrument is to prevent artery bleeding. Whenever you will give cut on skin or even muscles also, sometimes bleeding is there, many times bleeding is there, and this artery forceps is useful to stop this bleeding. Means this is known as hemostat. This comes under the category of hemostat. These are, next one is seizures. Seizures, you know, what is the use of seizures? Seizures is very much used for the cutting of soft tissue. Soft tissue, even sometimes we used to cut skin also. Some seizures are meant for suture removal and used for the cutting of suture. So these are different type of seizures. Basically, this is the seizures which is used for dissection of soft tissue and muscles is known as myoseizure. Myo means muscles and seizure means, you know, patchy. Hindi mein hum kehte hain. So these are different type of seizures which is present. Some seizures have all these pointed, both end is pointed. Some is having one is pointed and one is blunt. Some is having both blunt. So these type of different type of this seizures is present in surgical pack. So first one is artery forceps. Next one is myoseizure, it means seizure. These are different type of and another type of seizure which is used for, suppose you have bandaging in the leg of a dog. आपके पैर में बंधा हुआ है and you are not able to see the skin below the that particular bandage, and you are interested for cutting up that particular bandage or plaster. Then this end is, you see, this end is blunt. When you will insert in this end inside bandage and this end is upper side bandage, and you will cut it, then it is it will be very much useful. And ये क्या करता है कि आपको, it avoids cutting of the skin. आपको अगर डर लगता है कि स्किन कट जाएगा इससे, for this type of things we used to have in our OT, we are having this type of seizures. When it will come, I will show you. So these are the Lister seizure, and this is basically used for bandage cutting and or bandage removal. Sometimes plaster cutting, but it is not used for plaster cutting. Most commonly it is used for bandage cutting. Now next one is dissecting forceps. Whenever these are the different type of forceps, whenever you are, suppose you are going to suture peritoneum and muscles, then to avoid needle penetration inside these internal organs, these soft tissue forceps, dissecting forceps are very much useful, just to hold the muscles or peritoneum and insert the needle by avoid piercing in that internal organ. Suppose you are interested for laparotomy and you are ovariosterectomy and you are putting incision over this linea alba, then you are interested for suturing of peritoneum and muscles, then it is not possible. Sometimes if you without using this artery, the dissecting forceps, right tooth forceps is also there. So when you will, if you are not using this, then there is chances to needle piercing of that particular needle in internal organ like intestine and any bladder, even if you are interested for cystotomy. So just to avoid this type of insertion of needle inside internal organ, we used to have this dissecting forceps. There is different type of dissecting forceps used for abdominal and thoracic surgery just to hold soft tissue.
सर इसका क्या नाम बताया सर, नहीं समझ पाया. एसेप्टिक फोर्सेप्स क्या बोले?
This is dissecting forceps, or you can say red tooth forceps. इसमें red tooth होता है, इसमें अगर red tooth होगा, that is known as red tooth forceps. Otherwise, this is just to handle soft tissue while performing suturing of peritoneum, muscles, any soft tissue. Now this is tissue forceps. There is different type of tissue forceps like Ellis tissue forceps. You see here. These are the marking of this type of marking will be there. Curve, pointed curve होता है. Tooth type का structures होता है इसके point पे. This is also used for handling of soft tissue and viscera. So this is intestinal. This is Ellis tissue forceps, and this one is Babcock intestinal forceps. Sometimes while performing intestinal surgery and while suturing, it is not possible to hand this to hold this intestine by this red tooth or soft tissue forceps. Otherwise, what will happen? That red tooth and soft tissue dissecting forceps may injure the intestine. So this type of hole is there in this Babcock intestinal forceps, and this is used to hold intestine while performing this intestinal anastomosis. Suppose you are going to cut a particular portion of the intestine, because sometimes in intussusception and in many gangrene or many damage of intestine, you are interested for cutting up some portion of the intestine. During that time, you can use this Babcock intestinal forceps just to hold the two portion of the intestine and just for suturing. This is known as dual forceps. This is also used for soft tissue and viscera. These are the different type of tissue forceps. Remember, most important thing is Ellis forceps and intestinal forceps. This is most sometimes known as, for these purposes, intestinal clamp is also there. I will discuss later. But you remember Ellis forceps, which is very important. Name, at least you remember, and use handling of soft tissue, not viscera. You see here handling of soft tissue. Ellis forceps is used for handling of soft tissue, but here this Babcock intestinal forceps is used for handling of soft tissue as well as viscera. Visceral clamps. I was discussing about this intestinal clamp. This is Doyen-Mayo-Robson intestinal visceral clamps, which is used for the visceral occlusion like intestine and stomach. In previous slide, I was discussing about this thing. You see here is a gap is there. So whenever you will catch intestine in between this, then what will happen? There is less chances of injury to the intestine. So this is particularly used for clamping of intestine during intestinal surgery. This is Parker visceral clamp, which is also used for the intestinal surgery. This is towel clamp. Towel clamp is used for anchoring drafts. Suppose you are going for ovary hysterectomy and you are going to put incision over linea alba. Then already saving is there, scrubbing is there, but what we used to have, try to put that particular interest of surgery in between this shrouds with slit. हमारे पास shroud with slits होता है, इसमें hole होता है. अब उसको हम इससे we try to cover all the hairy portion, legs and other portion of the body by these straps. So to hold these straps, we used to tight this towel clamp along with skin, wraps along with his skin. So this is very important thing. Different type of towel clamps is there. Cross section towel clamps, backhorse towel clamps. All these instruments are present in the general surgical bag. Whatever surgery you are doing, in every surgical bag you will have this type of clamp. So this is used to hold drapes along with skin, so that contamination should be avoided. Now this is BP handle and scalpel blade. You know, there is different type of BP handle and there is different type of blades. So I think numbers of blade most commonly we use here is 3, 4, 5. Handle BP handle is 3, 4, 5. And most common size of in blade is just to hold the BP handle used to hold the surgical scalpel blade. These are the blades, and these are the different types of hole mentioned in that present in this in all the surgical blades, scalpel blades. So we used to this different type of BP handle you used for different type of blades. So just to remember what is BP handle and what is surgical blade, when we will come here, then we will show you the method of attachment of that particular blade inside this this BP handle. Now these are some retractor used for the soft tissue resection while intestinal surgery, while thoracic surgery, and this is known as handheld retractor. This is known as handheld retractor. These retractors are present in orthopedic specs, resection of tendons and muscles to expose others. ये इसलिए होता है, whenever you are going to perform surgery, then if little space is there, then with the help of this Volkmann retractor, you can separate the muscles and soft tissue to see the, suppose you are interested for a bone pinning. So if you will remove the soft tissue over that particular bone, then use of this Volkmann retractor is very, very useful. So always this journey, these are the journey soft tissue retractor. So these are the different type of retractor which is used to retract the soft tissue while performing any type of internal surgery or even soft tissue surgery. These are also different type of retractor which is used for, you see here, this is Galpi retractor, which is most commonly used for muscles and joint retraction. So self-retaining retractors, these are retractors. This is also transverse retractor. This is used for muscles and joint retraction. Muscles and joint retraction. This is also used for, these are different type of names, but at least you should remember if you are going to write at least the name, this is retractor. Name of this, no need to write here muscles and joint retractor. You can, if in spotting, if I suppose this instrument is present in this, if you are able to write the even name retractor, then it is sufficient for you people, so that at least you are recognizing this instrument. So remember the name. These are also different type of retractor. I am not going to discuss, otherwise people will become confused. Then needle holder. Then what is the difference between needle holder and artery forceps? You see here, artery forceps is also, you see here in first slide, I think. You see, these are artery forceps. These are artery forceps. But if you will see here in diagram, you will be confused. But if you will open this margin where only corrugation, horizontal, vertical corrugation is present in artery forceps, you will see a needle holder, a depression you will there. You will see in this image, a hole is there, a little bit hole is there, which is the identification mark. Either it will be horizontal, either it will be vertical. So whenever a hole will be seen in this instrument, then this is the peculiar identification marks for the needle holder. You are able to differentiate needle holder from the artery forceps. Artery forceps mein this margin, this portion is little bit longer, while in this is shorter, and a horizontal or a vertical hole line is mark is present. You see hole here, and this is the identification mark for the different type of needle holder. These are the, this is very small and used for this ophthalmic surgery also. This is small McFell needle holder which is used in case of ophthalmic surgery, just to hold up, because ophthalmic instruments are very, you can say, very delicate, small. So if you use this type of needle holder, then there is chances of breakage of that particular costly instrument. So every surgical pack is having different type of instrument of that particular interest. So these are the needle holder. Now you see there is some orthopedic instruments. Chisel. Chisel जब हमको suppose bone को cut करना होता है, just to save bone. अगर some callus formation is there, if you are interested to remove that particular hard callus, then this chisel is used to save the bone in proper manner. तो extra bone हम हटा के then हम जो भी करना होता है ना करते हैं. This is osteotome. Osteotome, as the name indicates, osteotome. Tome means cutting. To make a precise bone cut for the osteotomy or excision arthroplasty. Excision arthroplasty is a method, a surgical method used for the cutting of that particular hip joint. Suppose hip joint is having hip dysplasia and there is abnormality in hip joint, then you used to remove that particular head, femoral head. And in this excision arthroplasty, this osteotome is very useful because we used to cut a particular portion of the head by using this osteotome. Osteo means bone, tome means cutting. Bone cutting is known as osteotome. These are the gauge, different type of gauge used to save bone where bone contouring is needed. आपको अगर contour बनाना है bone का, then this type of एक hole होता है इसमें, gauge is used. You remember this osteotome, chisel, and this mallet. Mallet क्या होता है? हथौड़ा. Just to push intramedullary pin inside the bone. This is the mallet, and this is bone ronger. Suppose a point fracture is there, and उसमें क्या है कि pointed bone portion is there. And if you are interested to cut that particular small pointed bone, and for this bone ronger is used just for nibbling. So remember ronger, mallet, osteotome, chisel. These are four important things here. Ronger में देखिए यहाँ bolt होता है, this here and this here. If you will, आपने diagram देखा है, when you will attend practical class, automatically you will remember this. Yes, this is bone ronger. Mallet, it is very easy to remember because this is just like हथौड़ा, इसका नाम ही हथौड़ा, used for the pushing that particular bone. Now these are the different bone cutting forceps used to cut bone, extra bone, which is important because sometimes bone में ज़्यादा अगर growth हो जाए, ज़्यादा uneven edges है तो हम pinning करने में, इस तरह की करने में हमको ये problem होती है. So we used to cut bone by this thing using bone cutting forceps. This is also very important, so try to remember this. These are different bone holding forceps. Important here, this is intramedullary pinning. You know difference between this pin and this pin. This is very important. So try to remember this one. This is known as Ruspin. This is known as Ruspin. And this is simple Steinmann pin. Comes in different size, 1.6 to 8 mm. This is the straight one. And this is Ruspin. Always try to remember. Don't forget about this Ruspin. Both are used for this intramedullary pinning, but this Ruspin is used in pairs for repair of proximal and distal thirds of the long bone. Sometimes what happens, proximal end में या distal end में बिल्कुल proximal और distal end में fracture हो जाता है. So in that particular case, it is not possible to anchor this intramedullary Steinmann pin and to hold that small portion of the proximal and distal end by using this. So in that particular case, Ruspin is very important. ये anchoring is there. अगर आप इसको डाल देते हैं तो जो छोटा पोर्शन होगा ये इसमें फंस जाएगा, and that distal and proximal and distal third of the long bones fractures can be repaired by using this Ruspin. So this is a difference between pin, simple intramedullary Steinmann pin, and this is Ruspin. So remember these things. This is simply bone holding forceps. This is not a very important things. These are the very important, Jacob's chuck for intramedullary pinning. ये होता है, इसमें हम पिन डालते हैं. We used to insert pin inside this chuck, and this is the key. जब हम इसको ओपन करके, यहाँ एक नट बोल्ट होता है, ओपन करके इसमें हम पिन फिट करेंगे, then you will tight that particular pin in between the these chuck. So this key is important because just for tightening and holding of this particular intramedullary pin inside that particular chuck. This chuck and key, these are the chuck and this is the key used for holding this Steinmann pin while inserting this intramedullary pin inside the intramedullary cavity. And these are different type of plates which is used for internal fixation of plating. These are the different types of bone plates, and these plates are very important. You just see the name of it. This is the Venable plates, fracture fixation. All are used for fracture fixation. This is also used for fracture fixation. This is also used for fracture fixation. This is very important, you know, this one, dynamic compression plate. This is known as DCP. DCP, as the name indicates, this is known as dynamic compression plate. Means compression is here, no doubt. Fracture fixation करते हैं हम, but one important thing is compression. Means this is used for fracture repair and compression of that particular portion. So you can differentiate by just seeing this one. This is Sherman plate, this is Venable plates, and this is dynamic compression plate. You know, this is somehow rectangular with oval holes. You see here, you see hole inside this plate. This is oval in shape, and you see here narrow circular hole is here. Looks like the tracks on the Sherman tanks. You are able to differentiate these two plates. You see, this is rectangular in shape, and a hole in this is oval, and here you see this is circular. Here also circular, but you know, the shape of this thing is entirely different than this one. There is margin, just like track, one track is going on. So this type of, this is Sherman plates, and this is Venable plates. Venable plates, hole is circular. In Sherman plates also hole is circular, but in Sherman plates, you see just track like structure is there. This is known as Venable. This is known as reconstruction plate. This one. In reconstruction plate, holes are oval. Holes are oval, but you see here cutting is there. Cutting is here. You see here even cutting is here. One cutting is also here. So these are the. This is the difference between, you see. There is no cutting in this dynamic compression plate, but in reconstruction plate, you see cut is here in both sides. So this is the clear-cut difference between dynamic compression plate and reconstruction plate. Don't think that this is very difficult to remember. It is not. No, it is not like that. When you will come by one touch, you are capable, you are able to recognize all the things very easily. This is just for the is information, introductory class. When you will come, then within 10-15 minutes, you are able to recognize all these things. These are the screw. This is cancellous screw, and this is cortical screw. See the difference. See the difference between cancellous screw and cortical screw. आपको क्या लगता है? Coarser thread, then cortical screw. ये यहाँ तक, ये जो है थ्रेड्स कहाँ तक हैं? फुल मार्जिन में थ्रेड हैं. दैट इज कॉर्टिकल स्क्रू. इतना याद रखिए आप. जस्ट ट्राई टू रिमेंबर इन दिस वे. पूरा कॉर्टिकल स्क्रू में कहाँ तक है? पूरा थ्रेड यहाँ तक है. और यहाँ तक कैंसलस स्क्रू में दिस इज जस्ट हाफ टू दैट पर्टिकुलर स्क्रू. तो इसका डिफरेंस पहले आप याद रखिए. दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट. दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट बिटवीन दिस इज ऑल्सो ए टाइप ऑफ प्लेट्स. Strip in this is very sharp. This is also here screw. This cancellous bone, and this screw is in this thread is also here. Also thread is up to the full this screw here is full, but this one is very sharp. These edges are very sharp than the cortical screw. Important thing for you people is remember between difference between cancellous, this one, and this cortical screw. These are sufficient up to UG level. UG level. Try to remember the difference between cancellous screw and the cortical screw. Cortical screw में क्या होता है? Full तक होता है, and cancellous screw में half तक होता है. This is the simple drill bit. Drill bit is used to make a hole inside bone to fit this screw. अब ड्रिल बिट की साइज और ये हम डिस्कस बाद में करेंगे. ड्रिल बिट यूज टू ड्रिल ए होल इनटू द बोन फॉर द इंसर्शन ऑफ दिस टाइप ऑफ स्क्रू इनसाइड द बोन. ड्रिल बिट के लिए इतना याद रखिए. ये ड्रिल गाइड है, ये ड्रिल सिप है. दिस इज नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर यू पीपल, बट एटलीस्ट यू शुड नो द नेम ऑफ दिस इंस्ट्रूमेंट. ये ड्रिल गाइड भी होता है, ड्रिल स्लिप भी होता है. ड्रिल बिट इज इम्पोर्टेंट. ड्रिल बिट इज यूज ऑफ ड्रिल बिट इज टू ड्रिल ए होल इनसाइड बोन to fit this screw, any type of screw, whatever in screw you are interested for insertion of into that particular bone for fracture fixation, then this drill bit is very much useful to make a hole inside that. These are the depth gauge. Depth gauge हम देखते हैं कि कितना insertion हुआ bone का, just for measurement. These are the screwdriver. हम अगर screw लगाते हैं कैसे पेचकस होता है, just to tighten that screw, and this is the used for that screw driving of that particular just fixation of that particular screw over the plate, over the bone plate. So the important thing here is only screwdriver. And this is the ophthalmic instrument. These are the very delicate instrument. बहुत छोटा होता है. And these are the scissors. Scissors, you know, this is known as iris scissors. Iris scissor, you know, cutting the used for the cutting iris. And these are the tenotomy Stevens scissors. This is used for dissecting tendon or any intraocular tendon. अगर हमको काटना है, tenotomy इसमें भी होता है, tendon कट करना होता है, lateral and medial canthus पे tendon होता है, lateral canthus पे. Just for cutting this tendon, this is known as tenotomy scissors. And these are the very delicate scissors. This is known as castrovasophanous capsulotomy scissors. This is very small, and I will show you. Just try to remember the name of these scissors. Castrovasophanous capsulotomy scissors used for cutting. Use of scissors, you know, but these are the slightly little bit different from the scissors which is used in general surgical packs. And this is the forceps because this is ophthalmic instruments. So these are well